Opemsuo 104.7 mo bibia jumo bibia kwaba about Royal Dial 104.7 Jumedi any din the KumaseFie with Mr. Black memenda we memenda bia na yetenase de bremo from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. All the trending stories na bremo, the best of interviews you could get on your radio 104.7 KumaseFie Mr. Black memenda you maybe any de bremo. And I see another day we are here to educate, we are here to inform, and then we are here to entertain. Entertainment bits now and the most parts in Tina. DJsbase.com, DJ Kalis Madaramo, making sure say as never shall CBN. We give you the best of music to warm up your afternoon before we do the talking. Before summer kosunino in entertainment or near Remo. Riley Waha. I have 2 interviews today that will be coming your way very soon, very shortly. But him say before that, page 4. I bet since you didn't come 1 or 2 before we move straight into our interviews. Now, what you try, there's a whole lot of conversations going on from artists dropping new songs, from artists hosting their shows, from numbers being cooked, from numbers being generated. Say your right figures, send your right figures. Ghana Statistical Service. That's how you can know. I'm Tombo Asepa. I don't know, can I make mistake? I say, what can a homatiam, you know, a do on air corner. What do you parallel. The parallel. How can one to when it's Statistical Service? What about Warhammer? And then all the other trending stories are so even though we are heading into December, the GTA, the Ghana Tourist Authority, the lineup of events to be able so in Ghana, December, what the government calls December in Ghana concert or events, GTA now rolling out. There are a lot of events coming up in December, November, December. Dates need back. Maybe we have dates need crash. Maybe say intentional, maybe say intentional, and a whole lot of other stories. So because that's not see the ability Hong Kong. Mama Studios now Abejafua Kwaba. As I said, Bonti seated, Riley seated, DJsbase.com, DJ Kalis Madaroma. On the dear Shasi live on Facebook and on the dear call. Opemsuo Crafona joining you feed so Opemsuo Radio. Opemsuo Radio. Opemsuo Radio live on Facebook. You feed now like you know share. Or comment on the go on can come out. Because I don't say to that any beat in call. That's your way of rapping and all. I'm a punchline is very full. The one tia the Akubo playback in her day. Me repeat your best artist, me repeat myself and you're fine. Every studio nation come on and Sibonti Mwakwaba, Riley Mwakwaba.
Big man.
Biaboko.
Nyame adumona as well.
Nyame aduma. Bonti.
Siniawa.
Biaboko.
Okay.
There are yes. And I watch you try mu. Mentime enjoy them more. You held it down. I watched you. You say you had a good show and then all that. Me say as aside last week we share a show no. Throughout the week everything has been well.
Yeah.
But to side we be fine.
Oh, we be okay pa.
Really siska ka bana hunti.
Yeah, last week now mommy who so bad.
Oh, that's nice. Hey. That's nice. I'm an insane in Isubi.
You move me a friend we fetch you have a boomiana mo.
Oh, just have a book.
A chess or a big man.
What I say? Yeah, down Masini.
Bizano, on the be on the coffee.
Oh, so one in the nomination Jens on the dog.
One of them call.
Oh, down Masini a branch, a big man do you be?
The Quintino.
Yeah.
Tom back.
Yeah. On it, or hidden so she said, come up.
Because last week, me who said what day or chair or henny beer didn't buy basis so. Say, why are they? Continue.
I don't want to
go down for the continue.
And you're black dear.
Nana red. Yeah. Only one red.
Last week now me chair continue. So last week none so you're not bad.
Oh, I'm gonna be a mossy and I'm going to Juma. Yeah, Juma. Opemsuo Juma na call nya ohene na Juma. Oh, okay. Ohene say because why you at me? How na me hu no dey hala no but
hu na hala.
Oh, say what chia no. Hu no chia no.
Oh, nice.
Enye hu say Riley mo dey no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Ibedin Komo, there are other interesting stories that we do need to talk about. There are topics that we need to bring the attention to your populace and then also our listeners. But then, now what you're saying, and then the Shatta had his ShattaFest. And then I ordered the day before, and then he had a show, an event at the Independence Square, which was free for the listeners, the followers, and Obibia or Shatawale Bia. He had a ton of artists on it, Curtain Razor for the likes of Patapamo. On the mic test 1 2 1 2. Kwame you got me number here mic test 1 2 1 2 before the main artist step on stage, and then all that they followed. There was one artist I know Bia and Kwa. We knew he would show up because that is how the music industry works. You show up for me at my event, I show up for you at your event. That was Sako there. What happened in Kumase Rapaholic and Shatta did not just grace the event, he had tons of songs of his that he performed, and so we all, as we expected, said he would grace the event. He did grace the event, and then a whole lot of artists went. The Shay, Calvin Boy, Samini, one of the artists that put up on stage, and a surprise, and then all that. Right, let me share some few. ShattaFest. First of all, organization of the event per what you saw, because I know you were in Kumase, so you weren't able to be in Accra to be there, but then we hone online, videos being posted on the day after, and then subsequent days. Your general view on the event now, you remo integrities 1 or 2.
Black Medasipi, no matter Falcon is the HRT4. And as you said last week, yet not because I cry boy T4 money, say Shatta baby, be say so. Or more crowd, Moti and Kana say, or more Moti and Ka who are planning to go be and should go there and support a brother. And over the weeks, from some time now, I never commit my can say now our music industry is making sense. Like it's really catching the eyes of the people. And Niema Biti said the Sarkodie, Shatawale, Stoneboy, Samini, all the people you can mention can promise. Kwaku Smoke, Amrado, Kimpaluta, all the guys, one way or the other, whatever they are doing, I think it's proving a point to the extent say empire for bet me take it serious. Inti Shatawale Jumana or no last Saturday no is one of the things I will go into our history books and adaba kwese bonabaso. Because as we are saying, said now okay, a man for cookie numbers near the other. But at the end, at what point, what do they want to prove? It all boils down to say, so and I think this has been one of the things that higher do come where me personally have said say complaining no. It's about we doing our best, coming together, and that's what the artists are doing. Rightfully said. We have a boy, we are an show. We quack a boy, we are an show. Then it keeps on going like that. It's a plus, and it was a good organization. I won't take that thing away from them. And I bump I say, you be more of these from our artists, and it will push us to the point where we are going to get these supports we need from the government.
That's nice. Bonti, Riley, general view on the ShattaFest. No? Bonti, my general view on ShattaFest now before I dive into other personal questions.
Mechele kakra.
What's it now? Here,
Mechele pa.
Say heaven now no.
Easy.
Heaven or na.
Manu nyina o. Nanu. Akwa bi na. Yese. Okofro bus enwumre pa. Odi tukwan. Ti on say condition so buses no so for an adwono ya na say
but differently
easy. Ti we na ho po we sit no so. Na the hotel nche ni buza say kala. Ade we yare na so oh me okay. Ti say the osi here no ade asan. Ti say bia bibi ha okra obetimi am apake oba bi ni aye den ni ya. Na kala pija ni ti oso no hu say a conditioner ya position ade na wa so direct and me ho po no se kala me hu ni how duma de na was Dabi metuyaka. A cafe no huntino. Onya about Opemsuo we nyina I can't or package no huntino. It's nice to be back again. Na ye be chia obi aso say drew Saturdays I na wanyamre so tie. E sha see dia na say wow ni baby I na mo.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful celebration. You a nice show Kumase some weeks ago, and last weekend so yes I saw beautiful show we did na Shatawale AD the 24th birthday.
Start over here, Riley.
24th birthday. Two of you are not done so I'm done numbers now team say senior man.
And I'm for 25th I had done
25th I had done to be an idea. It was a beautiful celebration, and everybody be our music lover be our kohonum support no man here come and yet the war who be a maybe I guess be our munina kohonum because of the celebration now music lovers as well be one or Shatta fan or be but because the person is a music lover, the person went around to support, and it was a great show. It was a great show. Yeah, Auntie Bibi Bonnie Bia and media de Bia, the American say whatever we do to make the industry grow is what we stand for. And if people
what you nabu and good Bibi Bonnie I would say so now want to cry.
Someone say Bibi Bonnie and I all honor and to key away the good side of Adieno. Edian Ubehum Bibi Bonnie Bio. On the economy, many Riley Baha say last week, now your boy T for man, he said, even though Ubetis say producers and I say organizers and say they are doing everything possible, so member security now tight.
Yeah.
But security being who a chain one sound the other amount.
Yeah.
But they making what I say. You need to get closer to people. Maybe at the event in one or maybe a BB. Koso krana obi attack wa nipa abo but ade no wa say we pia kwa kugina baby so koyeko celebration be outdoor ade say kra yin kugina okra nkotwetwe phone ho me ko baby say am de me phone kra betu fie ana bibi na misika me de be fa me car no ma mo na hye me nsam say aje say wote me nza me wie ya no ma ba mu de afa car ba ba edien ya sa ne o ma no and baby e be ko bi wo bo sa na mpese me che ntino edien ya anje animonyam shena ye na de man no. So if people are there, what we projected to the world no, if people are there, we've been crying for investors. And if they see these things, who say and Crofasha say Shatawale so your friends a diplomatic passport and there. Cool, that is another conversation. And say in who say if there is a particular artist Bikra or Ghana with me a Fred Dom say for a birthday party crana, it's a plus for the industry which will call for investors. And henceforth you see one beautiful thing is that the Sako de Beye no Kumase no you say among for buy be supporting colleagues never be support to ye. Shatta so Crawford be brave so call support to ye. When there is unity, you can't take away a win.
Yeah.
Two people, two heads are coming together, and definitely there's going to be a beautiful show. Great minds are meeting. We will have something that is very beautiful. So I need a frefro, and paying yemin kwana me we, and I'm in a coffee we, and I'm ye. Yebu a baby crow or ya come and was said Banuswa emia.
Yeah.
And yen I ain't kind humum. Oh, the numbers kakra, we the numbers kakra. At the end of the day, yen timi moody, the celebration was about Shatawale, but Obia or Kohono Moa or performing ya na bia Obia so ewo ne be memory bia or live in the minds of the people, and nobody can take that away from you.
Yeah.
whether it was your show or whether it wasn't your show, whether it was centered around you or it wasn't centered around you. Once you are contribution help for the success of the program, we can't take that shine away from you. So it was a beautiful show, and I encourage we should keep on supporting each other so that we will get to where we want to be.
Bonti now, so that they need to take it by on the general view of the ShattaFest that went on. So now, I'm looking at the general view now. In Ramu, Riley, remember back to you. The numbers being put out there of attendees, first need can somewhere 400,000 people, and not particularly the event organizers, but we've got people bringing up the numbers. Now, officially, what the event organizers have put out on their page, purportedly, it's said to have, the Independence Square is said to have hosted number of people to the tune of 673,000, and the ShattaFans pulling up at the Independence Square. Really, per the definitions, the descriptions, the information attached to these numbers being put out there, are they realistic? Per explanations amount for them, who say are they realistic? You are an event person. You've been to a number of events. Say for an estimate of people be roughly there are figures that could come into your mind. Per the on social and in the media and so on per day or more can you put out there. Do you think these numbers are realistic? They are factor ditto to ditto per person here. And I say these are supposed to be purported numbers of people that attended the event.
Black Medasipi. Say numbers near cooked and I say you cooked, it's one thing. And any koi. But with the figures fine, it's good. Oh your idea. Send any in common. Investors are some need in common. And we want data to be showing. And mostly when it comes to events, not all your reports necessarily mana. On the yanka direct figures about.
Yeah.
The reason for the about is to give you room to inflate it
or
reduce it.
Yeah.
And the purpose in say account now my account of possible other events you can do. Because on what grounds now are they counting the pana or mokoino? What system did you use? Someone say, oh yeah, ticketing in Pank. Bet I say clock check can at least give you around figure. But around them per meter, I say. Ubeti mi so atina say obi so beti maka say per meter square. Enipa ba could be averagely what space no beti ma occupy. Or any calculations, let's say that by this no I divisions. Obeti ma assume so say enipa say na koi. But let's be realistic here. Say what follow entertainment kakra. One of the shows amount for Copa Super Bowl Festival.
Yeah.
Which is being held in US.
Now,
on my account of one of the shows, Nipa Copa was held in California in 1980. It happened on January 20th. Over images of Nipa Koya, it is accounted say a Nipa about 103,985 and a koi.
103,000.
100 and
that's a 103 comma.
Nadia Kasoso.
Million.
103,000. 103,000.
Wow.
Yes, in 120,000 people.
So highest attendees for Super Bowl Festival was 103,985 in the year 1980. And I think Udinumachia, I stand to be corrected. I think that was the one I hosted Michael Jackson and Uncle for pass it out. That means it was a show, it was beyond control.
Yeah.
Now, over images a bab on ten. Shut up images nearby no has nipa there.
Yeah.
But compare, bro, you could see that some figures are being cooked somewhere. But what I say, in some cases, and one was a business person, or they throw out in a position say, if okay, I want to do this again, or somebody could be bold if I present to you that, oh, this is my target audience I want to accumulate.
ShattaFest Tinny.
Yeah.
We are there channel.
Oh, nice.
May try some come save image from Super Bowl na diama Joe Crack. You let me screenshot. My name say Joe Crack with my crop here.
Ebidru.
We are here and Ebidru eh. Saturday they know who Kumase Republic.
Saturday then was like 12,000.
Yeah, Anka.
No, it was around 12,000. Say you can you would be one follow because we have Saturday there now. I think Kumase Sports Stadium for over 40,000 capacity. And the biggest stands among all is the red stands. In Tiaman say Chemu 3 cry. See Chemu averagely 3 cry saying.
Say only a rough estimation say I say
stands no so some say a 3 star.
Teacher Kofi Betna has a the ticket could turn ho anko. What I say?
No, so say na make say on say till. I say show you know. There is no way you can be able to give the exact figure of people who came. Whether you have a way how they cross-check it or numbers. Okay. And ticketing is one of the ways how they cross-check it or numbers. Into be all better ticket ma. Obi into ticket obi room. Into check and balance balance no what I say. But it could also be say number no crowd be man. E be crowd na say number of the people now or ticket na say or mobile. E be number bro so. Because say they call up all the KB. Next stadium phone. Yesterday there were people outside. Mind you, there were also vendors there. Almost attendees nibi.
There were people on the park, on the tarmac.
Security personnel almost attendees nibi. Me pacha what I say. But se nipa na using a ticketing system, they are checking the number of people okoya. On clock is microphone nyeden. Enka ho. Enta me ka say we are mostly to use about. You can me send picture man.
So really, do you feel these numbers are realistic? And I said definitely they are numbers.
Like let's be real. It's cooked numbers. As I said, it's good for business wise. A number or more they say because then they are fighting for before this your friend is saying government, the previous government no musi amphitheaters. Capacity and FI is saying 1,000, 2,000, 1,500 there. What I say, but this is to show these people who are in control of getting a such place a bit in their events. Oh, these guys can really pull the numbers. And then and videos are there to prove. We can't kind nipa no one. We any smoke artwork no I say nipa 12 ne general chinti no. Kwaku Jesus so. You can't count them.
Pay me, Jim. Yeah,
Joe.
Your take on the numbers 673,000.
So you see, I'm just going to ask some questions, and it's a rhetorical question. You are not supposed to answer it.
Okay.
Were there people there? Yes, there were people. Let me just answer myself. Were there many? Yes, there are many. But you see, Riley was talking about estimation. 673,000 krano. Bibi so. Yeah. You see, over 673,000 people were there. Right. This is our own. Does it take anything away from the show? No. Are we going to be held accountable for cooking up numbers or telling the exact figures? No. The fact is, the show ended successfully. People attended in their numbers. And you see, the beautiful thing is that we tend to take away from here say team no a beautiful show, but ye decide we ba beto amana be ye ensan na hobi say nipa semesi na ye show we nipa bebre we na buy untumi nkoyere no because yentimi nka say bia ticket na ye ton ticket 673 and ani nyina sign nti eno de e pepepe but wo hwe nipa e ba ho ne edom na etwi begu ho no na kire se nipa bebre de e koy ya tro de ato. Then you see the fanatics and the fanaticism ne sa fana mini we no the next artist a ono so be kwakoye ne de no ye de baby a ehonom ye edia ehonom de nim say bia this is a confined place, it takes this number of people ye do mu koduru honom ne say ehonom na nkwankoye ma yes oh we wo enka numbers nka hu hia ho nka meme ne wo a yetifie nyina hu se nipa ye de e show no nti no wa ma abonte ameka nkyerem se nipa dodo se ne ba ya ehu hye dan hia me saa because sabi me wani a me de ye de me de hunu bie but they are trying to put this thing across for people to see. Then the next artist who is going to perform no say hunu that crowd ni bi wo hono mo a na ye de aba be shedi no. This is where we get it all wrong. Sometimes at the end we are building the ecosystem for all of us to enjoy. Nti ye de ba beto say the next artist obekwa perform wo hono mo na baby a close to that venue and I say sa space na ne ye pena want me a mass that numbers no near the shade no oh we are we now cry we are forgetting say show na ye call no enye shatter fans and kwan and ewo ahonom. Let's look at the number of people a omobeka shatter wale humo mo ye sa ko the fans enso so ewo ho patupa soldiers ekoye
my test 1212
Gang, so many people were there. It will be answer the fans 2x4, 20, 30. Yeah. Mind you, it was a free event. Yanto ticket bia no bia ba bedwen say bia oh ticket ne boy dey na say people are there. So to me, comparing the numbers, look at the crowd. It's for who if you are not joining your Facebook. Just look at the crowd. Nipa no doso ebusu bebre. And to me, to be able to tell say nipa no ye 673,000 say drew say bro ni ade no, the beauty and the win for us is all what matters and yeah about the numbers.
But this is not all about the numbers, it's about the beauty and
so Independence Square I think seats now only now 30,000 from figures.
The floor is open but there are seats
now
on the side
can take 30,000 people.
Okay.
Seats no. So just imagine they come home, there. But with what Bonti was saying, I think some men drink a crap because figures in there who here are black. In as much as the videos are there, figures no who here because you see when you are going for a bigger sponsorship for such an event, calculations we have no idea about it. Your estimated people no more no. Any the estimated amount of money are here for sponsorship no. They have a way of calculating per head and average deductions of okay say also bit many nipa say if truly nipa neba what is the potential win that we are going to be able to win the heart of these people. If you don't have a figure and you just go and show a video, how can we do the calculations? But what I say, and you know, in business, in law, there are certain things it might not be relevant for we the ordinary people, like he says, say, be train near the figures, now call arguments near there, but no. It is all her show after it being done. There are certain key industry media people they really discussed about the numbers. It's because it should be a conscious effort. Anybody near Ken Ghana paying 49 as some see theaters for us. Probably they didn't really consult the ground people. Consulting paying phobia but concluding look at the capacity of your museum thousands sitter places. It means if we don't have numbers to back your argument entirely. If you're not in movie launch, you saw what happened some years ago. Even cry, could be short movie launch or what do we call it? XG more. Black, you were there. I don't know if you were there. Check with myself. We are not baby. So if you're able to give accounts of these things, these numbers, and now so day Alabama mobile hanani the events won't come on. we spoke about say Aden and Nancy for price tag of a movie event, and to fly and so, and they were talking about revenue authority for approach your money and that is the need. A kahubi. Because at the end, when they are coming to tax you, what are they taxing you on? It's about the number of people you are receiving. And nipa eba. Me pacho what I say. The entire data and say here and say so china bi me say such an event. You fan say we shut and kwan didn't see kai there was no sponsorship. Or china bi anakra sponsorship or china bi me say this kai it can be able to tell us the ABR with the target here we are targeting 500 people. Now the security measures they putting in place could only cater for 500 people. Into a so we need to go for extra expense because our budget is close, and we all can testify. Saturday and we saw what happened. People were even finding it difficult to breathe. Next year, fire service for Opemsuo go almost. You get it. These are all things that we need data to be able to prepare ourselves to meet the bigger ones. Into media agreement there. Bounty data ni there in as much as the big argument about we selling numbers necessarily money there. On the real grounds and the business paperwork these numbers are needed.
Maybe some busa we na me de kan wona quickly a interview with Tiger Bana yede to. These numbers are really important, but here is the case said these numbers are being cooked. So if the numbers are being cooked, it means that they are being cooked. So they are not realistic. Then how are these numbers relevant to the stakeholders or the whoever? But then the other question I'm saying Busana quickly my thoughts now my first interview and they say the event happened. The negatives they're talking about the good things that happened. But I mean, worry say, would we always be doing this? Would we always be saying say the negative that happens needs to be pushed under the carpet? Then let's always talk about the positive. What I say? Why don't you sometimes sit down and talk about the negatives to find solutions to them? But when you say they make if that makes sense, they may be trying to say. These events happened, negatives happened, but then buy into the media space or that everyone who's talking about the event, we all tend to agree. So let's talk about the positives and sweep the negatives under the carpet. So be the face of the event, that shiny look. So now my question is, would it always be like this? Is there be a best shady the negative never share carpet and I say now there be a positive no? Why don't you also sometimes take the negative? Make it a point of discussion, a general point of discussion. If you say better about a point of discussion, talk about it extensively, find solutions to it, than always sweeping under the carpet. You know, TB. They see a Jane phone, they see or see a born asumu, they sebi sexually, you harass no, and then all that. Such things no. Can't we find one solution to it? A bend.
Bozu se osha space ni mu ha say ya negativity no esele bebre e chain positivity no nti na say anytime bia no our attention is on the negativity for
the black business
for the clickbaits and ade now. The industry is growing gradually. Yeah, tier one say ewo nioma bi ho. Enu nti no. Se koba se bibi se koba so na se ma negativity no take center stage a. Esan kutia ya. Then back to your question no. Ye tenase pi na ye ka negativity no ewo pi te say de ye ka no. Nioma bi because we hu interviews and for granted ya no mo chese ya roro bi ho krasa bi ya roro no ho ne o manyina bro ni bi ne ade nyina eno no ya ade hu hia wo se yeka but kana ye ka no ene na me sha ase se uko show a ye be provide security e wo ho no but the best security a wo benya no if you wo ho baby a ye ka se je sa ankrofo yi ni o man wate bebre na te o mo kokogina baby ansa na ye je omo ho ne omo nyina de afri ho no ha intini ye kwa let's be security conscious. Let's provide security for our own selves. Now, yet, as I say, the BIA baby excepts of bad things, cause or honor gradually because of say your money generate numbers and talkability. No, Ubo se be take center stage. Now, the beauty part of Adena ye ni no ebe overshadow ni nyina. Inti ni ye ko show security ni every year ho. Na ye sanso two phone kakran so nkyere say ye kwa abonten se ye kwa akogye ani. E ho nkyere say because tamani ye wa SHS no. Ubo se mu every weekend na mu simu ni o ma de asi ho no ma na obi ho. Ha boutique ayefe. Simu ni o ma na say ne benya ntade no. So yentu ye honfo. So why do you have to go there and rob people off? It's not nice. Even though we don't want to center on that issue, but I think say
Riley, give me your take on this now.
Black Medasipi and Pempi, to say they're okay. Yeah, fighting for your industry, and I mean, media, my family, and come back. I say, first 2 shows are Akoswa Ghana, me Riley. Mahu say, I think Bonti last week we were talking about it. Mahu say, I'm on for the home coma. It is not about the bad things that happen. Because black, only me and him, Moko rapaholic, push a course on the other day. But nobody came out speaking about it. I saw a girl now, or expressing how near the other day. Of course, first nankai yeah the bear talking point. I don't know say Obekaya Black some years ago. Stadium. Omo ye show bi. Oto adonko ba akwa no room.
Yeah.
This ehun asana oka no. Sa ensensem ni bi no. And it lead to the band of celebrities advertising for alcoholic beverage. And you know, I'm not saying say we shouldn't find a solution. But senior rightfully asks no. The NTMI and saying no, who say it's a good thing we are doing. Say yani atna ni eka say yen cancer and pound for your industry no. Where have been a key person na maka say nipa 100 were one room. Na mutu na my information no be my good information they be there is no bad news anywhere. And you know with the errors ne dey meaning so obi oya de bia nim so pen papam. And yes atawale adwene say oye program say nkrofo nko Robin nkrofo and as nkrofo nko lose your money ema.
When an artist makes song praising those who does that, it's not practically the Opemsuo money,
no, that is an art. That is where we make a mistake.
It's an act. Say artists be tunyum no bonyum no see you. My kwashe boy is singing and mama shout outs, mama kwatintin like keep on doing what you do. You may know what you can't kwashe. We know what a kwashe is. Say be a kwashe nye hustler.
Me too.
Akwashe obi oye kwashe ni no onye hustler.
Okay.
Oye kronfo interest oye hustler.
Okay.
Oye kronfo onye brefo.
Okay.
So there's a difference.
Okay.
If someone keeps praising the onya the papa noa, na it does happen at unknown ipakro masa praise no. Say in the concert as here. Should we add such a person, such an act to? Let's talk about the positive always about artists.
All right. One. Meka say it's an art. So most meaning bounty idea or this whether he stands with you or stands with me. One, to say the okano, and yet in quote, artists now cast or sanyo and a group of artists on boss sanyo them kwa show near kwa set things. AC gospel shows in AC. You get me?
Total TV.
Can you give me
so that and one a black okay is here no on
TV about
on training just say ANC. We've been here gospel artists are kind of clear point blank say as of for baby omakobo convention on we matters can adwane.
Oh, and when I say different from
one but that is a negativity coming.
Okay.
That is a negativity we don't talk about.
Okay.
Secondly, once I say artists will preach animal no nenyum. The time I say art, you say art can be in a form of telling someone's story or imagining a story a possible say bit messy as we being human. And you show movies a man for kunkrofo. Why how to get away with murder? They are practically teaching you how in the courtroom you can go away with the murder. But still it won awards. That is why it is an art. Intimacy remember yen conflict and into na now nkomo idea. The person you are talking about is a brand influencer for most precious commodities which you can take Kasapreko out. He's a brand ambassador for Storm. Look at such a big company. Let's not use the art to judge the people. You watch art to enjoy. You listen to art to enjoy. That said, there are pictures. Sorry to say, there are pictures in a pornographic way. I'm for Sokoto, Edkobo modem, and also way.
So we have to. Maybe the question is that you have to praise.
Can I come in?
So what I'm saying is that let's not make it look like because the person art now or portray it goes along with the bad things people are doing in shows in Tino and the fault. Like I don't know if you are getting it. And my young fan art name Shenkrofo no is no more than I didn't know. When we do that, we are not being fair.
Rapole concert, it was due to stampede and then Obifa. In this particular case, we've got a lot of people telling us say it's not about say Shameba Gimuna will be in a man who Hobane Shemenim no bomb itself from forward no. Oh, may any deal about Jenny said the any deal.
I said Beam Festival, BC. No. You see, bro, I'm not a fan of Shattawale, but remember my making it like say because Shattawale does songs that goes that with black na me particular but as a Stack natives for only push agenda be many
no this is not agenda.
Stack natives for one.
Hey ayo
asking questions be boy nyina.
Stack natives for one.
No, on the almost o man no dey. So maybe declare me stand but what I'm trying to say black and I say me declare me stand on. Me ma ohu.
Na dem me ka say exactly.
But black yen can no cray. You may say yet yen nyina movies are you come amount for Prison Break. What was it about?
At the end they didn't see.
Why a Prison Break from season 1 to season 7?
At the end they didn't see.
At the end Scofield was employed by the FBI. He was employed by the police service to work for them.
The storyline was Adena is see no cry ninu an wanye. The American what I say. So you see
very good.
Where you are getting it
from is that what was the actions in the movie?
Has wrote a song praising these people. Pacho the American what I say. Celebrities in the Yama Omo endorse alcoholic drinks. People are following. Yeah. Black yet is here, you know. Asantemai akuma nyina ekuta osisi ayo. Asemba ko bia obe kan sisi ya confirm mu no can cause a lot of harm sisi ya asantemai a. Dem can what I say. People and they bia na me no we argument I na they bia me kase me wi am mo be ka bi mesrawo.
We the black me samu me time kakre.
My uncle show ho.
E ba mo fie mo. Me na me ko.
Yanko talent hunter ye no TV stations and radio stations ne yanko. Na yemfa enkwara makoma 10. Imagine now. So Biamra me showcasing the talent. 5 out of these 10 kids will want to practice and I say we want to act like Shattawale. Whether good or bad, we will end up having kids portraying the same thing I will preach because when him say there your man kiti kaka hon say bia no hip life no say no musi ye na dada no and who say bia and them phone and say new crop of artists year net say musiti but on say make an emre ko nanim na neoma san kakra ne ade nti people are as a garnishing kakra bi but it's still there are some key elements that you can't take away from it I don't think but no cry no waka maybe he doesn't see it how it was previously but if you look closely at it neoma na bebre bebre ni bebre o mo high life bebre o hono a high life artist where TGM is a TGM yeah high life song of the year and people are still doing it ntebia sene wonu si hunu se tetete no na bia enko yi ana say endaso ntesa antine bia manekasa so that will be my take on it.
Okay, Sidofina is hip life dead?
No. Enwoye hip life that's all. Sene na bonti ka no niema bebre na abeka ho ne bi nso aye de Ephraim because manifest that so yeah Black Sheriff so that so yeah first hip life on ngese say eno bi but e wo honom e bia be Ephraim ne bia and I think say yes ana obrati like as time goes on no niema bi wo hono ma na Ephraim and niema bi wo so ana bi be dey e be count. So to me no, hip life is not dead, hip life is still there. Really,
before you answer say is hip life dead, has there ever been say her life is dead da bibisa wati bibisa da Mr. Francis Nkoma?
Oh, and they ati bebro
her life like
quick phone baby
but what to be said that her life is dead
baby
so the thing what to be that her life is dead
me paying phone na ya omoka say new artist no maba no monye highlight say the omo face no mo ye no santi matter
but generally say of like obi her life ni cause her life is dead like what thing is the hip life why you talking
me yeah
really also te
oh yeah
so you say life dead.
Oh, I think. Okay, sorry, am I confused? Or questioning you?
My question, I'm maybe my question, I'm say is hip life dead? But before that, I'm say what did that? Said yeah, it'll be yeah, can and I news mood that said yeah, and yeah, discuss. He said her life is dead. Like just the question say what are TB and what's in his other? Because hip life is dead. Yeah, TB they way back
in the game.
Obuomo Chame Kwame.
Oh, yeah,
but the wedding say her life is dead. No, what activity?
Yeah, TB Krama. Before Naka say and then Klano ma baninje high life on no my giant homa high life ne die out.
Now go to my question. Is it like that?
So Tiny is right. Technically. But on the field, he's wrong. Technically, he's right because the name hip life is dead. The name hip life is dead. It's dead. Some people try to claim ownership. The entire busa question say high life. Yatida say is high life dead? No, the moment you think about hip life, high life comes in mind. But I think na yen shadanti bibi sa to said okay said the amount for the aerium hip life killing the game near there no is because say me no me yet na this year say and I toto about this enquiry research na case obi ode high life by you
obi ode high life by
yeah answer what you
je adofo mo no mo CK man mo
Nanam
peduma ambeto
omo no ye transition
ha bobo mu
omo no ye transition of
unimpa bobo
me semeti omo nyom
ba unimpa bobo
ozimi nimpa bobo minim pa bobo Dr. Pa bobo oh minim no like Martin Honsem me read things about him what I say
ye ben and not pa bobo ye pa bobo
mint chiro
unim no
so
wakoda
the person of California man
wakoda
alright so Ghana music Ghana music transformation meet me says me work say embre bi atwa mu nansa na ebenya high life na will be a friend palm wine music. And most of these people are Black Ubo Mudin, Dr. Pa Bubo Mone, Ampedu, like may so rest in peace. Like almost phoning in you could see said they are the transition of palm wine music to high life music. No more time the entire transition of Sana ye fan say also no na you needed to perform the music for people to enjoy. Ni any bibi or some record.
It's a live performing.
What you say? Na live performances na echo. Inti sa transition of cassettes by afiti me record it na yakwa performing. Emu na the term high life music no. Ebe popular pa. What you say? And what's na so now deduct you could see say high life music no cry no. Ebi wa Nigeria which is called the Igbo high life music. And na enkofo bi so ba ya omo no omo pen so no. Omo say yedi enim to like we can't sing but you better rap And basically so say offer music the basis of music. Yeah, okay, fine, thank you. And now I didn't do that point no. Inti sa kasahare for no. And I'm better me. I'm better me no high life music.
Yeah.
Now when you read about high life, you get to understand say high life is just a blend of hip hop with African culture or African way of hear music. Now the music there is the key thing because you can't no man and you will make it sounds abubum in a rhythm form, in a melody form. What I say? Make a way is to say and it's not about the day in Samatoso. And you a beat na airborne and na ayenyum. Inti how na hip hop forcible omu beat no. And na Ghana for a way of living no. And na omode to sa kind of nyum so. But what I say, it could also be on the point say okay, how omu si eye omu entron, like how they put out the words on the beat no? That is the rap form no. And I fire kind of instrumentation, that's the music side, any of the account. It could be any of these ways. And see, a transform ya manaba be do the pointer, and you might be brabem. And you know, so hey, music awards you cry. So what's the deal? Bit by bit, I say because you perceive ye original antino. On say high life ne hip hop no. Yakabum.
Yes, the drum set table, live instruments.
Oh, yakabum. Because I said bedroom maybe na a free ho. The internet say said now say kwaku smoke the kind of rap now na. Na say
kwaku usi.
Ah, na say medical so drop something like D&D with sa kwade. Phone die. Na Reggie drop something like we won't be here forever with Kwajo trailer. This enuma make a kind of music and can the papa follow within the hip life category.
Yeah.
But this is the situation now. Star no more day no. It looking so foreign. So it's more stem of hip hop than say a friend hip life.
Yeah.
Into no hip life near representation of just hip hop. The West say Africa honey say hip life. Me part what I say. But now baby anuma could do no. That is why Anna Fortune Dane was telling you no. There are people outside Ghana or there are people outside Africa who are also doing high life music. In a sense that anybody who picks an Afro beat and rap on it, it's a high life song. Me part around the way it's here. And the name high life might be dead. But what makes high life is not dead. And I feel crana etumpon. Nanka ye bodi no ho ban year. Enka Afro pop take you over no. Enka ne moving yo nenam. It's just like jazz and R&B. Enka Afrobeat and high life. Sorry, hip life. And echo. Because they are all birthed out of what? What do you call it? High life music. Me pacho what do we sit here? And think a movie along. But this is the situation now. Yeah, much concern as Ghanaians on who originated the name hip life than making it some yeah.
Mate, my members are way quick. Na menje move view then na member studio to do another an interview na area. Your main topic for discussion. Me de ba kwa tum na madre. ShattaWale is in the news saying that discipline is Kalis more can say. Maminya is that at the end. Riley me busa question me was Riley.
The was our can
say. One measure say through. But discipline is the key for creatives to earn corporate sponsorship. ShattaWale. Discipline is the key for creatives to earn corporate sponsorships. How true is this? And the ono kano nipa na all can see me no being ShattaWale no the corporate deals here our earning now, is it based on he being disciplined?
What's in the corporate deals our earning now?
Is it based on him being a disciplined artist?
Okay, so let's break down. So also started from so.
Yes, please.
Let's break down the meaning of discipline. You can also be a discipline then. Or be a discipline, or be a or practice it, and also training for to obey the rules and course by like behavior, right? Me know what you didn't need the ambition say, oh, Shatawale Mua, the other Shatawale Dio Casane Sane Mane. But me know what you Shatawale in some artists were boom raso. One amemete was he trying to let us know that the Yakram Rani when somebody prophesies again, like Obeu na body fear and panic better yes. So me honestly I didn't know as at that time say when it cause fear and panic say a chill. Me what I say. So
it's just like a journalist sitting on radio or TV and saying Toko ABC. Oh boy, unim.
Yeah.
On what basis? Oh, creative fear and panic.
Yeah. So into meaning you say discipline obi or practice it and answer or church what I say. That means one Shatawale as a person or then what to cry sacrifice it for us to even learn the law. The second time I met say at Shatawale. Many fear me they make you yoko issue with Nekano so I to stolen car. And we are say no cry. But if we are talking about one of the few people when it comes to discipline as in say ye dim raswa, I won't take Shatawale out of
one scenarios. My mama back if he still falls in your discipline definition now. An artist who goes to an award scheme being organized by organizers and the rules necessary when a name is mentioned for the artist to claim that award, no, he alone or she and she alone in Crawford also backstage. Obia now we hear contestants and I will be a young farmer or no. You have no right to walk up to the stage with Crawford behind you. Said the nim, but he nim say ye mo dinya maho.
Okay.
So an artist that knows clearly his name wasn't mentioned to pick up that particular award, but another artist was, and the other artist in Sujina or no ebu so by and was that
I'm check it and say your boss Stone Boy didn't say we're really dancehall artist of the year and all stage na Calvin Boy didn't cheer na no didn't but on bet match here mama aside and no fan ton chain
okay
then tina will be that no didn't
what's up now kind into me we say o say your modem rebia to say ye bo bi din so we ni award now with ye mo with the want me go stage
so
only one Crawford Calvin Boy as at that time good. Now we're signed to one when an sign on
me make a point but they've been artists who have been on stage other artists have joined them who are not in their camp.
The artists don't join them with or non Crawford number, they join them independently.
Okay. Me put in Mambeka Biamon is a Shatawale Diana card by example. I was thinking say Yena Kakiwini dancehall artists now. I
gave you a scenario. Say Nipa artist obey sano. Would you still term that artist as a disciplined artist?
Okay, so he exhibited
okay.
An indiscipline. Okay.
What did you
So Black oya dia oya eniamo ho and obepacho okay Black send your examples now man or genuine from so too. And after that, no making intentions. So
act no manage discipline artist.
Oh, you can't judge.
Answer then we go forward. That act no.
It was an indisciplined action.
Thank you.
All right. But ultimately judge you be what na so almost 45 years. And father back per se.
There be 52.
Okay.
Nifie mo come on.
What 52
I charge me amazem ne.
Yeah, hi.
And then the mama me appear ma shata.
25
me bonus okay.
Me I'm not
yo yate.
Me SM fa.
Yo yate.
Be am one.
You be known through your words.
Oh, Black, I'm speaking like this because honestly, I want the best for the industry.
Really, one who me na menji bontin.
The best for the industry. And now, Shatawale asem no aka na. I don't think say enunti ne bema corporate entity be copy obia. You see the corporate entity and how they do their marketing thing no. Obi obetima pulling numbers amame.
Exactly.
Me person me bought brand needing, but now energy drink be honum. It was very popular before Shatawale was signed to Storm Energy Drink. But whom you could see Storm Energy Drink not taking everything. And discipline na any attitude ni way no. It could be the all can based on artists de contract bro as in say you say oh yeah ambassador. Rules and regulations na account one. Odiso. And we can talk of example in Anama McBrown. She's a perfect brand to be up a sort of idea then. A command because okay na hoke can and you see idea na utimis ODM run day. So I quite remember once I was signed to with Samsung. The pictures be starting say fly no is Apple and people were complaining so be assigned to Samsung near the other no. Ebi anane mra ni mu no na enya against it mpacho what I say but the specific so will be a competitors there at least if you are signed to this you are not to be seen using the other ones intimate man can say be a shatter some no can it wouldn't be the whole world and I say the whole Ghana rules and regulations but rules and regulations are companies them artists no how a requirement of us to treat you know this is sako de show about Kumasi ebi ana promoters no correct ya sako de ka bibia but in so no toy no he's an artist to decide so member yeah me but what I say in discipline ni bi no one who dem but or by yet shatter the air course ShattaFest time or mo friend on born am na say light adum obedru onum no on free ni hotel mine no na light adum according to Kwakuma no interview me speech bi am here obedru onum na light ayede aba na light ni oba still o free no toy then by some of the disciplines nibi no it could be to the contract almost sign
yeah so the discipline nibi Matthias here so do fina that Shatawale say discipline leads to corporate a couple of people
no na mo munya deal so we artist na say we discipline
really the explanation about say the discipline might be as in work discipline yeah sorry them discipline
exactly I think say minute rally the okay no ebeko because one and say o co stage akochia o fellow artist na che say and no boomra so na ye che say we indiscipline no one thing I mehu or shatter honey say very disciplined say a bar like ebia wo be hu ni say
on the job he's disciplined
he's very disciplined obeka sasa ne ranting nini dos eno di emfanto nchen
oh come on some other no ana mo hebonti dodo se do mon come out ana mo hebonti
say
me nam on the me you africa
with the Yanka Niye, Shatta is one of the artists. I mean, to me, no, me hu ni so you're very, very disciplined. Like fan ranting on social media, where's any been to honum, or you're very, very disciplined. And also, you're so calm. And then no nature say. Nipa bi aye nenso ewe ho wo ye day wo be floppy wo floss wo honom enti sa no no so ne de yemfa ne se ne de no no so I think say it is true. I can't remember Nana Ma McBrown ne deals here be or call back to once or face or call back to the studio where or working no catch any pano see na name no say deals in ebano or ba onye day or making sure so obey day obey you sani emano e di actually or more advertising more. I think say to me ne honum na no shatter here day can say yes we discipline here day e wo ho obi o ha ye de ade ni mpa ma ne kra mpompa on found why or yenny be an wire day wako nina can hon or case we artist yes so we discipline natimi attracted corporate deals a day bro and yes say a diama on into no so be any bia and who use different thing while so one advertise say will be better side way so I think say no or person can and yes say ana didi atem na yese ne nunka ni nyina na ma industry ni mu ye de pa gidigidi yes yeah
DJ Simple the other two here dey
the Calvin Boy co stage ni bia
really there no dinya ye try to discipline how
once maka we
ne someone come no
hwe enipa omugu okra na shata e bakra be ha
omunyina ye bim
me Ghana Music Awards from 2008 am hwe Obiji artist of the year as auditorium ni na echo stage
so mon complaining that kopem say enye eyi omon complaining say one time no aba
Stonebwoy is a G but the extent say Shatta movement
but Shatta is a G
no Stonebwoy is the guys na Ghana had the number 1 ekome
correct
don't say me you be a crafty monko
you do mo nyina ja
Matia maye
I mean fire
beat you
you practice what you preach you practice what you preach and na ye ka say oh so we a celebrity you have huge followers and these people are being influenced by the things they see around you and your man way it makes a great impact at their way boss your bar has a bedroom you say dress nice okasa you are show a higher agenda be our inti the wo be our the Bible on TV you don't set agenda here now fe yakọ pitch way against way now ya the show na trendy we trend for good reasons for educative purposes in the entertainment industry and in a way a celebrity now abontia you practice what you preach so let's ask ourselves say discipline now or can one is it discipline people are saying he is disciplined in terms of his work you are being paid you're tioka so you have to be disciplined and honor the OSA. So once you've taken money, you have to be disciplined and work for it because it's can wide and waje. So you need to refund the money. But oba bonting. And then the biana me the example no. So offer the part 10 or talent shows ya no TV so ya. E move 4. Beka chro some person mo yet say Shatta. So everything that comprises Shatta biade bi e won from his looks, from his clothing line, from see they will see kasa, see they will see acting ya de ni nyina ye copy ni nyina verbatim ye copy ni nyina enti no say obeka kire say ye discipline na ye be hwe obi enfom so batani pass ho bebrede but me issue am wo Shatta ni say asemba obia o the way o see approach issues and they want to mean in the heat of the moment you know your reaction may be different from say you see expecting no but because you are a public figure no yenhwe ni ye these people you guys a corporate entity no kra na ye people an organization yombeti unu mbeti mi aye adwuma ma na ye
teacher for ika ho
teacher Kofi ana teacher for
oh teacher
ai madam Kafra
omoka corporate for
omoka corporate no ho me na mo corporate 10% increment ade ho hwe enu ntino say wo ho no mo as a person me the only problem I have with Shatta is how he approaches
situations
and one no
exactly also what Ferrari
was
what you only meaning come man be how
so enti say sanioma we ba abonten na ne oba begina ha yes he who preaches equity must come with clean hands ene where many
Ghana how many preach equity in the brain say fit.
Yeah, na ya ma yentete no. On say bibia na e pese e compare na brocha. Yentete na different from say no mani nyina o. Yentete mu no kra no. Say woni pani kasa na otototo nsa kra e kire say wo ya homa so mu ade. But dey make kan wate ase.
Be no kra.
Nanti ebe no I know my right ne say no na. E ko kudu ba bi emwaye. Enti ne say na e wusi kan. Say bia o ka no on a field of Najuma na way and say, or Jessica or a discipline or Honoma, meaning ya pepe, what Jessica no Tibrabe Jumano, you are a discipline. But I want to talk about discipline now. And you were Jumano, I had to your home Casako no. You practice what you preach. Into the same you sit TSA, we are discipline over Jumahono. Sani woni yesiti abontina yehu sa wo ya shatawale no ye de sa pepepe anti sa dia ne nyasa
action ba kwa shatawale
said ye in proud boni e said they would try and throw back kwa betwa bia ka ho no ye pese ye kamane ye denti the word discipline ya chemu bibiri ni ye chirim
so what you say
Mr. Black. Wait.
Me.
Oh, okay.
Number that would your can bem native. Rally so them say bem native with your person adena enyeno. Your person you glorify na kakra binti no. Discipline ya chemu ni chirim.
Eternity.
It is said the disclaimer can see the tunyum sui. Man ko recover atamin e nanyom
ba cha oboa.
Me ba chema me
oboa ba bia eton nyum na wo ho
chema me ba chema me ba bia eton nyum no me kopa brofu bia ya kire me nkura brem so ko hwe nyum a uhu aboso na abenya nyum no ye friend download nye disclaimer.
Okay.
What's your friend then?
Download.
Okay.
Then ya kire me ntimi ko ba bia ye me ko je nyum na me boss wa me nya nyum no.
So do you know that ignorance of the okay fine.
Mama we masem no. Ye person glorifying it, you know. Discipline, your money branches.
Now say it was so many meaning.
Class 1 there, any class 3 there. Teacher now chere me class 1 e kono. O say no one am de beko classes. Muju class 3 there wo chere me vovro. Nye boni ni wutri.
Na say Black for Mike. Let's be honest.
Ejevo Bonti say he who comes with equity then. Must come with clean hands. We have an artist like Shatta, top notch artist, one of the biggest artists from Ghana, telling us about discipline being the key way for creatives to earn corporate deals. The question is he a disciplined artist?
Yes.
What's he say? Now I lose me cut him off.
I say no. Oh. Yes, you pense na say waka ya bo can say wa ya kasa boashe
kasa o kenyine dunti minchire mu wi wasem wa isen tro no kasa na ekosa
there we were Black with the fact of you people talking about say nenyumo preaches and man now more back in the end me no onya adwun
but what you adwun
and so some now okay you say ignorance of the law is not an excuse, yeah. And in the kind of constitution of Ghana, no, ye schools cry no, ye
So is it in the law to preach negative things?
It's not in the law to preach negative things, but if you are
what does the law say about preaching negative things?
The law states that if you are doing an act which contains something you think inquire a consumer, it will conflict their decision making. You should make sure say obe show bibi ama you say parental guidance na say there then e be tie sa the chrono what I say but the name ye ma amene ye papa no watofo na maneba ye can like when we say ma amene ye papa no pacho mo amode mo bibi di no me say mo de ma mfa mo nka ho otofo ne computer ma aneba no akosu ya yawo you know one SCC I don't computer ma this kapao no ejan wo hwa sakura no 18 so only 18 see what apps bi ni ma bi so timi access so ntimi access it goes like that but what I say akura pon school no betina TV ho it goes like that sansema ye ka shatawale nyuma asema ye ka ni ade I don't think any media house regulated by Ghana law and ebe bought sa nyom na sa parts na e contain niema bi ano odin no ombo clean version da the one more clean version, so the question is who is there to question them. Obi I know to question them. Enti eyemrano and esi ema ye ni kon more than example ye krapin polo run ho kire ne bai. Senye ebusuakuo bi na de ne kokota. Sanki jane sa. Ana black meboa.
We won't be here forever.
Boss my nigga.
My question I mean is what's a record label and what's an independent record label? Is it any independent artist mumni or independent artist and an artist signed on a record label? And I said, do we have a record label and an independent record label? We need the officer Beshas. I'm saying
okay, so black.
It was happening.
And I wear that. So yeah mistakes way be bebre and yemu bi so koswa eye asem busa no a very nice question. Akoye sa because you see ne papa mu no in business the artist is a company, the person investing in the artist is also another company. In business ankasa no mostly the jobs e koso wo mu no and I say ejuma na how most partner dey ejuma no o dey ba under business type as here most of them na a partnership, most of them a partnership and I say how do I say it to say big company or my ton shares there's a term for that. Honestly, our big companies are more to me floaty shares out, not individuals are only part of it. There almost what, but those type of companies, no, mostly falls under let's say legal limited liability companies, those kind of big companies. No. Now, black mistakes are entiama sisi asa question when kwano beto ha wo sounds now what's the difference senke o independent artist and your record label but see I didn't need to say independent label the entire you can independent label ne say o start say senka o ya nwum na no eye on your own na wo ye na no that means you're an artist and an independent label. The moment wako studio akọ recording nyom waba fie wama obi atie wachre na adwen afa ho wako pe distribution platform bi na odi akọ no distribute na akọ DSPs so unya fast process in the production and the distributing process ni ma you can be termed under indie label, that is independent label. Enti me can wait their chain says artists be a sign a contract be the first thing you should have it in mind that you don't sign yourself to another company. It's so a ton when they are a company no. The moment an artist is fully signed to a record label need to keep in charge of the aspects no. That is a wall structure. You don't see the label. The moment you don't see the label as a person but as an entity with a name, no, it means you are working with a major record label. To say you can success music. Yeah, you can success music. You can obviously see this is Sarkodie. He is success music. That is an independent label. You can Benetton music group. You could basically see Stonebwoy. It is so people so be dealing with Stonebwoy. The person rather deals with Benetton music group as an independent label, which is promoting the artist. It's an independent label focus on one artist at a particular time. It makes work flexible. Most of the time, it's being owned by the artist. Or no one the creative say. He has the right to choose in between any distributors he wants, and he has the right to try many sounds. But when you're under a record label, it's like the goal for the company is what you follow. So that's the differences. Yeah.
Bonti.
Yes, I was.
Record label, independent record label.
Okay. Inti Black, my enfant is saying now. Yeah, she say a tear for beating me at the FSA.
So the thing that question of money is different.
Okay. Black and Pacho, and they about show you are working for Opemsuo. This is a big company under the Ashanti Broadcasting Corporation.
Yes, please.
So it's a big umbrella.
Yes, please.
Nyoma P necessary edumano there ase.
Yes, please.
Okay. Then you did an interview for a lot of artists here. You have panelists that Opemsuo no moye eduma. Ubetimi akofie. You set up a studio, a mini studio bi ofia or the be your podcast. And no a one kasa o personal studio a podcast. Say the eduma na we no ho no. Eno na we no ha. Nanso so no. Difference na wo mu ni say sa mini studio na wa ye no ofie no. It is being controlled by your own rules. It is being controlled by your own rules and regulations. But when you come to Opemsuo, you are working under a big umbrella.
What is it? What do you do?
You are working under a big umbrella. Nkrofo bebre ana mpanimfo bebre ensa na hyehye eku kase yi ase. Nti na nsem ene nneema a obeye no ha no. Different from one kasa mini studio a waye no ofia wo de podcast. Nti artist no sa wakwa recording nyum watro no nyum no akọ recording na ode ato DSPs ama nkrofo ensa ka nyum ni bi no record label ni bia but ono an ne de. That is rightly what the Riley kind no he's right. By yenhwe ye wo record labels bi ohonom so a te say de me de ma example yi ubetimi akwakofa ye betimi invite me ne Riley amaya bafie ababe kan sem bia ye ho beto yen amaya ye ho aba yen e wo fie on your own channel because it is being controlled by you. But san yoma no aye be ye no ho no yentumi ma me ye san yoma krona wo Opemsuo ha because a high chini ye kese a big company as compared to the wo ho no. Enti no major record label no ene sa independent record label no say ye de ba entiase kwama na say de ba FM kra ma ya tiase ye hu ni say major no ye kese na ye mfa ni say independent no so ye nipa ba ko ankra bi dwumakuo bi a ono ankasa ya wode boa anwomtofo
ebeka say one man task you okọ ebeka say bia bibi fufu man ebeka say wani bere ade a umu bi nyebi
enti say the Riley kan na one kasa was an artist no ne ekwan ofa so a wo ye unwuma ma onwum ne ba abonten no you are enti obia every artist is a working independent artist
label na ma me komo na me make say ye nyina is a mistakes nti am fa ntuanfo on say ya na ebusa artist for ne say is it good say as an artist obe sign contract na say ebusa on say and so be one paying for be brace or more my anyway the biaka say it is good because as an artist you need investment, but it is good when you sign a label deal as a company but not an artist.
That's true.
As in said you're an independent person, so you have to have uncrophobia, you have to have that charisma boys, that righty people, that best Black guys, they're doing the work for you, but at least in partnership with, let's say, Empire Music.
True. Okay, so Dofina,
Black
diplomatic passport I can't want them
can I use Mamenka something small about the record label independence. Okay, so the meaning they say record label no a broad a big like you say Sagnity.
Yeah, mango dear.
One say Sac Nation or and I guess I know
Success
Music a record label, right? Or discover artists or your distribution for music or promotee or producee or your broad but yeba sakodi ankasa sakodi independent record label. So what you say? Sana metiasi inti sana.
Ene wonti ase mama yama anti ase ebi.
Mama don't fa de kai.
No, artist so but once on no one ne record label or discover talent, right?
Still the record label na ye indie record label.
On ana make us on no na only. So what you say? Into ono no sa eba ono ne so ye independent record label. Ana eba ne say all gather on a success music in
some call for major. No, still it is an indie label. So Opemsuo difference there. You make my say major labels own their own distribution platforms. They don't switch between platforms. But we say be a success music. Oko no sisi normal sign wa. Omo distribute onyuma. They rather need the help of a distrocade.
Okay.
They maybe need an what do you call it? Dito music distribution or anything, but let's say Empire sign Empire
all in one.
One new distribution platform or they would they air there. So we could say TME Music is a major label.
Okay.
Madam must say, Boti Bontinka, Mote Rylinka, Mote Fianka, DJspace.com, DJ Kalisma has orders down, and the DJspace.com, DJ Kalisma one is streaming. Yeah, that DJspace.com. I say the name still remains a tribute. There you go from Mr. Black and I'm a Joe.